Colleen Ballinger has finally returned to the internet and addressed her infamous ukulele apology video. She's back on YouTube for the first time in 4 months, and she actually admitted that it was all a bit embarrassing. So in this video, we're counting down the top 10 reactions to Colleen Ballinger's new apology video. Number 10, Adam Mcintyre. The 20-year-old YouTuber was the first fan to accuse Colleen of behaving inappropriately with him as a teenager. In response to her latest video and return to YouTube, Adam posted a video calling her out. It was simply titled, "Colleen Ballinger hasn't changed." In that video, he debunked everything that she said, like the fact that he ever got a personal apology from her, which he says is not true. He told Rolling Stone that after meeting her in person for a second time in 2016, their friendship became real, and they would frequently communicate through tweets and direct messaging. He said that their conversations varied from lighthearted content to serious issues like her ongoing divorce. Adam claimed that Colleen would use tactics like love bombing to make him feel special, praising him and encouraging him to run her social media accounts without pay or any accreditation. They met during a live stream that she was hosting with her friend in 2016. She noticed Adam's tweets and said that he was so funny that she just had to send him something, and she allegedly sent him lingerie in the mail, which his mother confiscated immediately. From that point on, the relationship between the two of them only got more inappropriate, despite the fact that Adam was very young at the time and Colleen was well into her 30s. Number 9, Klein. The host of the H3 podcast took a deep dive into the Colleen Ballinger allegations during episode 77 of Off the Rails. During this 3-hour-long video, Ethan went through a PowerPoint about the entire situation, talking about everything from the very beginning of her disturbing behavior right until the worst of it. To many fans, these allegations started when her character Miranda Sings first appeared on the internet back in 2008. To an untrained eye, her character was seemingly lighthearted and someone who at times dealt with adult content, but Colleen included more than just a few innuendos in these YouTube videos, as she made references to the character Miranda's uncle attacking her and frequently mentioned X-rated films. What made this situation so troubling is that Colleen deliberately catered to her Miranda Sings character to a younger audience. She took on a childlike role and dressed in bright colors. So in some ways, this is how she slipped past the detection of parents and all those parental controls. Although her fans might not always understand the topics being shown to them, there is a good chance that they will become desensitized to the gravity of the subject matter, or they'll try to imitate it, especially when they see others laughing about it. Number 8, Jeffree Star. So a few months ago, the beauty guru did a TikTok live stream with Rich Lux and Eugenia Cooney. The three of them discussed Colleen's presence online, as well as the controversy that she was going through. Jeffree said, "I am horrified by the things I have seen. Honestly, I know we're all joking around and having fun, but like, that person is sick. I have never been a fan, so I was very shocked to see all that." That's my official quote to Rich Lux. Eugenia Cooney went on to say, "It's so scary that there are some people on the internet who are doing such horrible things." Since the live stream dropped, there have been several other allegations made towards Colleen. Another former fan by the name of Johnny Silvestri said he met her via Skype when he was only 15, while he spent hours chatting to her and her best friend Corey DeSoto. At the age of 16, Johnny said that he was offered a position as an assistant on Colleen's tour, which he accepted in the hope that it would lead to a future in the entertainment industry, but it turned into an absolute nightmare. He was constantly screamed at by Corey, which was allegedly witnessed and ignored by Colleen. He also alleged that Joshua engaged him in free labor for his social media accounts, all under the guise of friendship. Number 7, Joshua Evans. So Colleen's ex-husband used to be a fan favorite of those who were tuning in to watch Miranda Sings on YouTube, until they announced their divorce in an emotional video in 2016. Colleen explained that the image they had curated online was completely different from what was happening in real life. She said, "We have always had a rocky relationship since the beginning. We've always butted heads, we've always fought since we've met. It's never been a perfect relationship. I've realized just how unhappy we both were. I want Joshua to be happy, and I can't make him happy." Years later, Adam would claim that Colleen would talk to him about her marriage to Joshua in their group chats, which was also full of very young fans. Apparently, she told them that he was emotionally manipulative and would tell them intimate details of their relationship. This was of course highly inappropriate, considering that the people in this chat were usually between 13 and 16. Adam claimed that Colleen would trauma dump on them all the time and said, "I was so involved in this woman's life that it's embarrassing to look back on. There were some days on a school night I would be up until like 4 a.m. trying to calm her down or trying to give her advice. It was a private thing." Number 6, Trisha Paytas. The YouTuber got a lot of criticism when she launched a new podcast with Colleen. In the wake of the controversy, many fans called on Trisha to say something, then posted a 21-minute video responding to the allegations that Colleen would send her nudes to fans unsolicited. Fans have also claimed that she would make fun of Trisha behind her back. In the video, Trisha confirmed this to be true and said that it wasn't on just one occasion, that there were multiple times that she sent different different photos of her. She said these weren't a long time ago. This is someone who, well into their 30s, just gave birth and is sending nudes. A month prior, I was in her house meeting her newborn and doing a mukbang with her. She went on to say that the entire situation is embarrassing and that hearing all that horrible stuff about her body is a lot. She said, it's just a vulnerable thing. It's a little bit embarrassing if I'm being honest, but I'm more embarrassed that this is the kind of person she is. Sending these to fans unsolicited, the context of which she was sending these, I don't get the purpose. I don't know if there's an inside joke that I'm missing. Trisha also confronted Colleen and asked her about the allegations, but she only denied them. She reassured her that she had never sent photos of her to anyone and that everything was being taken out of context. Number 5. Kodee Tyler. The content creator and founder of the YouTube channel Kodee Rants was a longtime fan of Miranda Sings for years. They grew up close with her and her family. In a now deleted YouTube video called Why I Left the Colleen Ballinger Fandom, Kodee revealed that they were added to one of Colleen's group chats that consisted of very young fans. Although they were an adult at the time, they were reportedly unaware of all the others in the chat and have since issued an apology, and the allegations only got worse from that point on. Some people also opened up about problematic behavior on the part of Colleen's family and her friends, specifically her brother Trent Ballinger and her best friend Corey DeSoto. Oliver, who is trans and identified as a girl in 2018, said Trent allegedly complimented their looks and asked them for photos and told them to text anytime. Trent was 33 at the time while Oliver was 2 decades younger. In a message he said, anything we talk about stays between you and I. And then another message said, you would look good preg if you ever want children one day. So basically this kind of accusation stems far beyond just Colleen herself, and there is clearly a massive boundary that was crossed when it comes to people around her interacting with her young fans, and all of this was clearly wrong on so many levels. Number 4. JoJo Siwa. The dancer and influencer was extremely wrapped up in the Colleen drama when it first came out. JoJo rose to fame starring in the hit TV series Dance Moms, showcasing the cruel reality that is beauty pageants. She began her own YouTube channel, It's JoJo, which follows her day-to-day life. And even though she started her career pretty young, she and Colleen have quite the history together. They met in 2015 at a cheesecake factory and apparently had one of the best days of JoJo's life. They became very close very quickly, to the point where Colleen would even call JoJo her little sister. But the reality is, JoJo got involved with someone much older and more successful than her early on in her career, and she fell into the fantasy of her having a healthy relationship with Colleen, and the reality was that she was obsessed with JoJo and her career, and she became so involved with her to the point that she began regularly releasing videos with her and spending the majority of her time talking about herself or what she thought JoJo should do. With the rumors circulating on the possible true nature behind Colleen's intentions with JoJo, we are happy to see that she was able to get away from Colleen before anything truly uncomfortable actually took place. Number 3. Kurtis Conner. The YouTuber is specifically known for his reaction and his breakdown videos. His channel is filled with reviews on trashy movies, reactions to cringy content, and the breakdowns of some of the dumbest internet trends to exist today. Kurtis has always been very vocal about his opinions towards Colleen's YouTube channel. During one episode of his podcast, he actually admitted that he wrote a video script which was intended to be used for Colleen's channel, but he was forced to scrap that script by Colleen herself. Apparently she had received inside information that he was going to make a video about her in the near future with the help of YouTube themselves. She was able to reach out to Conner and have the content demonetized somehow before it was even filmed. This was apparently a move to maintain her reputation at the time, since she was still considered to be one of the biggest YouTube stars ever. At the same time, she was on the road performing multiple live stage shows, which would not go down very well with the controversy. During one of those live shows, several audience members reported her strange performance, claiming that they were asked to come up on stage and made to perform as human puppets, with Colleen manipulating them physically in order to try and be funny. So it's no surprise that this kind of thing left fans feeling uncomfortable. Number 2. Brent Rivera. Brent has garnered a massive 26.8 million subscribers on his channel, and it might have been due to his long history with Colleen. He started his YouTube career in his early 20s, and soon enough he got a message from you-know-who. When Brett started garnering some attention and gaining popularity, that's apparently when Colleen sent him a DM offering to give him career advice on how to be a YouTube star. At the time, he said he thought of her as someone who wanted to play a mentor role in his life, so he entertained the conversation. But it wasn't long before these messages became inappropriate. In a since deleted post on Instagram, he revealed a short exchange between himself and Colleen that can be summarized as uncomfortably flirtatious. Luckily, he had some common sense at the time and he decided to ghost her, which probably saved him from receiving an unwanted pair of underwear in the mail. And coming in at number 1, called out on TikTok. A TikTok posted on June 14th by a young woman named Becky alleged that Colleen routinely humiliated and exploited her underage fans, all for entertainment in her live shows. Becky opened up about the time that she went to one of her shows when she was only 16, and she was called up on stage to be a part of it. But she soon got very uncomfortable when they started talking about the yoga challenge, which involved Colleen controlling her body for the audience's amusement. Becky posted footage from the show and said that even though she wasn't wearing pants at the time, that did not stop Colleen from continuing. She said, in fact, no adult at any point stepped in this situation, and the moment that she'll never forget is when she was lying underneath Colleen while she was smirking down at her while thousands of people were laughing. She said, I was terrified my body was not covered up enough. It felt incredibly violating. For her to use my body as entertainment on stage really set my confidence back quite a lot. Becky says that she doesn't consider the experience to be SA, but it did make her feel nasty and gross, like she wanted to purge and clean out her insides. So of course that sounded like a horrible moment for her. And other former fans of Miranda Sings have also since come forward about their own experiences attending her live shows, and said they were very uncomfortable with her at the time. So what do you think about this new video? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.